What's up, everybody? It's shameless plug time. So thanks for checking out the podcast, Going Full Nerd. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe everywhere possible. So look for Going Full Nerd on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, goingfullnerd.com, and my Twitter handle, ONYXXX1969. You can also listen to the audio version on its home, Anchor.fm, but also on Pandora, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you consume your podcast listening pleasure. Hey guys, let's get on with the show. And what's up, everybody? What's going on? Yeah, I'm back. Hey, you know what? It's been a week. So let me go ahead. Let me turn off that background music and say, hey, what's happening, everybody? Thanks for showing up. Great to see you, Shannon. Great to see you, Josh. It's all good. So before we get started, yo, hey, yo. I got the black hat. If I throw it up in the air, are y'all going to come run and save me? That's what I want to know. Are y'all going to come run and save me? Are y'all going to bring your folding chairs to make sure that your favorite nerd survives the experience? Like, I really should just get up and get more ice. But this has been a week where I need this adult beverage. It really is. It really and truly is. But what makes my Sundays great is I do get to show up and talk a little bit about stuff I've watched, my favorite subjects, sci-fi, superhero, comic books, and all that. But I'd be totally remiss. I'd be totally wrong if I did not say something, a little thing, about what went down in Montgomery, Alabama last weekend. Everybody grabbing chairs, everybody talking about the Alabama Tea Party, or fade in the water. Fade in the water. Let me hear it now. Fade. Yo! See, having lived in Alabama for a while, you know, when I left New York, and we're going to get back to talking New York, and we're going to talk about these guys that you see behind me, okay? I'm just like, in my mind, it's just too much going on in the world today. It's just way too much. I mean, one of my fondest, shall I call it fond, or shall I call it embarrassing? One of my fond moments of when I lived in Alabama, okay? I graduated high school in New York, went away to college, went to Alabama, and, this was the time, black by popular demand, all that good stuff. I was like, yes, Michael Evans style. And you'll see what I mean when I start talking about turtles. But, and I see what's going down last week, and I think about, well, dang, I'm talking like 1986, 1987. I know for some of y'all, that's a long, long time ago. For me, it feels like yesterday. Don't let the platinum hair fool you. And that all the old jokes beside. But I remember going into Montgomery, Alabama, protesting the fact they had a Confederate flag on top of their state capitol house. Okay, so what makes you think between 1987 and 2023, there would be something different. Well, time, right? Hey, we're great. We had a black president. No, they're fighting on the riverside with chairs for a guy just doing his job. Wow, so I may not have a folding chair, but I got my black hat. So if I throw it up in the air, call your boy, help me out. Help your boy out. Help me out. Because obviously it must be something if I got to throw the hat up and hit the hootie hoo. You know what I mean? I'm just done. I watched all the memes last weekend and, I'm just done. I'm just capital D-O-N-E. But let's talk about what we came here, which is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. Now, I'm going to complain just a little bit. I'm going to complain just a little bit. Because why is it the best movies that I have seen all year were all animated? I mean, and I'm going to be honest with you. It's not that. I mean, I gave one 5 out of 5. That was Across the Spider-Verse. All right? We gave that a 5 out of 5 because it had a message, had a great story, everything was good to go. That was my only 5 out of 5 that I have given so far this year. Okay? Last week, I saw a pretty decent Justice League, War World, straight to video at home, on demand. Warner Brothers animation can't be stopped. I talked about it. It was like boom, 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 boom. Man. And I'm going to say it. Man. I went with my grandson and the wife. Okay. But I went with my grandson when he was younger. He loved some Ninja Turtles. I mean, I had to buy. He loved Mikey. The one with the orange mask, And, he watched Nickelodeon. He used to watch it, just boom. Turtle, 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 turtle. When he was little, barely could get the word out of his mouth. Now he's 11 now. He's a big boy, But he really likes the turtles. So he still likes it, not to the point of when he was like 4. It's not that, it's not the same. But he's like, yo, he wants to get swagged up. He throws on his gear. And he's like, yo, let's go to the movies. He goes to the movies. And we go to see Turtles. Now, there's so much going on with this movie. Because in my mind, I'm like, I basically took a crap on Barbie. I didn't go see Barbie. My granddaughter act up. She don't get to go to the movies. But here goes the line. The thing about it is I go to see Turtles. Didn't see Barbie, going to see Turtles. I don't know what Turtles made. I didn't even look it up. I got computers all over the place. I could literally just type it up and see what Turtles made. I'm not even going to worry about that. Okay? I'm just going to talk about how I felt about this movie. Couple of things. Let's talk the voice cast. You guys threw it in the chat. You got Ron, you threw it in the chat. The villain of the movie is Ice Cube, as a character known as Superfly. Now, talking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So this is not your traditional Teenage Mutant. Seth Rogen's in it, just a couple of others, But this is not your traditional Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. As we all know, in the late 80s, early 90s, I'm not even going to say late. Yeah, I'll say late 80s, early 90s. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has been corrupted and turned into a kid cash cow. Bottom line up front. April O'Neil got real pale. And the guys in the Turtles, though they had ninja weapons, they were not really hurting people. They weren't really, they were fighting, but they weren't fighting. They were fighting extra-dimensional aliens, a ninja with a mask. It is what it is. It is what it is. And I'm like, okay. Then we had that live action with the guys in the big suits, and we had, Vanilla Ice with the hair, go ninja, go. Y'all remember that? I know y'all remember that. So this really, and then, you move forward, you got the Michael Bay Turtles, You know, DJ Mikey. Y'all remember that from that one? Boom, chicka, pop, when it was in the elevator and they were fighting Shrek. Live action again, costumes, sweaty characters, CGI, all that. But now we get the anime. Now, some people would be saying, I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing the turtles. I'm tired of getting the origin stories for the turtle. I don't care about the secret of the ooze. I don't care about the ooze. I don't care about this goo, ooze, whatever. Okay? I'm tired of seeing the Foot Clan. Tired of seeing ninjas. Well, this particular animated film changed that for me. Okay? A couple of things that I look at, especially when I'm watching an animated film with my grandson, especially something I'm going to let him watch. Like, I wouldn't let him watch Justice League, War World. That's not really the speed for him. He could watch it, but it's not really, there's no message in it. There's a message in this one, although it was slightly confused. I was like, okay, they tried that part. The animation style. The animation style is different from what we normally have with the Turtles. It was more along the lines like, you know what they said, you know what? Spider-Verse had a great, unique animation style, kind of like retro, nuanced, and so let's try it. So they got a different little CGI animation, funky, rotoscoping type thing going on with this. And I get it. And I don't mind the look. I don't mind it. I mean, I enjoyed Spider-Verse. Similar animation style in some parts. Same with this. I get it. Now, we did Cardinal Sin for the Going Full Nerd people. Let's do another origin story of something we got 50 movies for. Well, they did it. But the thing about it is this is different. A traditional origin story that we know from the Turtles is, a pet rat from a ninja master, or a rat that lived around a ninja master all this time, blah, 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 found the turtles covered in ooze, and then they all got contaminated, and then they turned human. Similar, yet different. I like the fact they had Jackie Chan as Splinter. I like the fact that he was just a regular New York City rat. He was just a New York City rat, all right? I like the fact that they found old 70s kung fu movies, and that's how they learned how to fight. I like that. That was on point. Okay? That was on point. But what I do like, what I really, really loved about this movie was the soundtrack. Can I get a amen on the soundtrack for this movie? I'm talking De La Soul, M.O.P. Oh my gosh! They even snuck the Vanilla Ice thing in there. If you sneeze and you didn't hear it, but you blink and you miss it type deal. But here goes a couple of the things. What they did in this particular movie, they kind of meshed what the Ninja Turtles originally were and what the majority of the people around nowadays know them to be. Because if you collect comic books like me, I used to talk to my god brother, my cousin, my boy Nelson. I used to get on him. He used to buy these books called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles back in the 80s, okay? These were black and white comic books. The only thing color in that comic book was the cover, okay? And the artwork really was, I was like, yo, I'm not feeling this at all. I am a big dumbass because I wish I had collected them like he did, because they would be worth something right now. Created by Eastman and Laird, which, they reference those guys, the creators, inside of the movie. It's cool. I get it. But here's the deal. A couple of things they did for the throwback. April O'Neil, don't say they made April O'Neil black. April O'Neil was originally black. I'm going to throw that out at you. In those books that my godbrother used to collect. And we used to look. April had a Jerry curl. This was the 80s, yo. She had the Jerry curl. This was an African American female who was April O'Neil in the comics. She wasn't the youngest, the one in this one. But then when it went mainstream, she became, hi, I'm April O'Neil, the redhead with the yellow jacket and all that we know and some love today. Okay? Now, gotta take a sip. Gotta take a sip. A lot of things with this movie that turned out well. Animation style, better than I thought, plus. All right. Origin story. Origin story, slight tweaks, slight changes, pretty cool. Where they lost me on this particular movie was actually the message. Because the message, the villain and one of the heroes had the same ideal set, had the same thought process to a point. One was more violent, one was non-violent. Okay? One was like, let's hide. One was like, we're going to take the fight to him. Now, you could kind of say, hey, that's how things are in the world today. You could do your Malcolm, Martin Luther King reference. You could do your Professor X, your Magneto reference. However you want to go ahead and put it when you start dealing with those. We got the same problem. We want the same solution, but we're going to go about it two different ways. Here's my problem is it took too long to get to that point. It was done more as, well, we got to give this damn thing a message. How do we do it? That's how it felt. Okay. Fight scenes on point. I dig it. It was straight. The New York slang, though exaggerated, it was there. It was straight. The only thing I didn't hear was the word dead ass. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. But, you had a good coming up for a couple of the characters. You had things go horribly wrong before they got pretty damn good. And you got not so much the nostalgic turtle stuff that everybody thinks they know. Okay? Pretty good. Things that I got to commend, the voice cast use actual young people to voice some of the characters, which is kind of cool. I mean, it's nice to have a kid do the voice for a kid. And that was great. That was great. And more likely, Mikey will say that in the next movie. Next thing you know, they'll be wearing Timbs. I thought I saw him wearing Timbs in the end of the movie. It is what it was. But it was a decent movie overall, and I really did like it. I do recommend that people go see it, though not as strongly as I recommend Across the Spider-Verse. Okay, I'll be completely honest in that, because I almost reviewed something different today. I was going to talk about Twisted Metal because I finished watching Twisted Metal on Peacock, but I'll get to that, and I might just record that video just because. But it is what it is. Now, if you're talking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, please go look at the comic books. Josh mentioned it in the chat. Yes, The Last Ronin. It follows the more darker side of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, plus some of the books that they have in released by, I believe, the company's IDW. And if you don't know what that is, let me know. I'll, see if I can find some links that I can send you so you can look up some back issues, or go to your local bookstore and check out some of the IDW Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle books. Those were tight. But here goes the thing. It has an after credit scene. The ultimate villain of the thing was not revealed until the end. Well, you knew who it was from the beginning. But the thing about it is, I can't wait to see what happens in the next. Now, they left it open, big green light. There was no Shredder as a villain in this movie. Spoiler alert, we will get a Shredder for the next movie if they make enough money and decide to create it. Also, what I will say is with the writer's strike, the VFX people think about going on strike and the actors on strike. Oh my gosh. Are we ever going to get entertainment back? Because right now they're just releasing stuff that was already completed. So once we start getting into the fact, if these strikes go any longer, oh my goodness, please, to the studio execs, to the people, pay these people, okay? Pay them what you owe, to quote Boondocks. You owe me, pay me what you owe. Please do that. Actually, I need to be the voice of Shredder. Don't you think I would be a good Shredder? I mean, you had... Uncle Phil was Shredder. I mean, I can be Shredder. You turtles will not make it. Yeah, right. Oh, man. Can you imagine? Hey, I'm here for the voice acting, things like that. Now, let's get to one of my favorite things that I got to let you know. A lot of people say, hey, man, what I need you to do is open up the phone lines. We want to be on, ask questions and do what we do. Okay, I get it. I understand. Well, I'm doing this. I made a post on Twitter. I put up the number. Okay, I put up the number. You can call this number. Okay, and when you call this number, leave a message as to which your question. I don't care what the question is about. Obviously, I'm going to curate it because I'm not going to let anybody get some old crazy mess and I'll be like, oh, okay, here we go. Hey, do you scratch your butt? I'm not going to deal with that. But I'm going to say the number and advise and look inside the community section here on my YouTube page. Go to the community section and then click it, and it will tell you the number to call. So people will say, well, why don't you know the number by heart? I don't want to know the number by heart. I'm not calling me. Heck, I don't even know my phone number. Well, I know my phone number. It is what it is. All right, y'all ready? So if you want to call in and leave a question that I can answer, okay, I'll record the answers. Or I'll just go ahead and make the list, and I will answer these things. You could call or text this number. The number is 202-243-4208. I would put it up on screen, but I'm gonna go ahead. Can y'all? No, y'all can't see that because of the background, but that's okay. But that's the number. Okay, that's the number. Because until Hollywood starts paying the actors, the VFX, the writers and all that, you're stuck with me on YouTube. This is entertainment for you. I mean, football season starting. I get it. Which brings me up to another subject. You may be getting a little more recorded material on Sundays just because coaching the kids football again. We won the championship in the spring. We're going into a new division this fall. And somebody at the NFL hates me. They can't say because they named my grandson's team another team I have no love for in real life. But I got to root for them. And now I'm the assistant coach of the NFL flag football Washington Commanders. Oh, that's just, can't get a Giants to save my life. But anyway, that's it. I wanted to go ahead and put that out for you guys. That's the number. Make sure you call it, leave a message, text it, leave your questions, whatever you want to talk about. It's all good. Leave it on 202-643-4208. I can't wait to see and hear what you guys ask. Could be advice. Could be a thought. Could be to tell me to tell somebody to kick rocks. I don't know. It's up to you. I'm an equal opportunity offender when it comes to stuff like this. But anyway, remember everybody, if you can't say anything nice, Don't say it at all. Call the number, send it to me, and I will say it for you. So let me hit that funky outro music and get some more ice for my adult beverage. And I will see you guys next week. Peace, y'all. And I'm out of here. Funky music. Oh, here we go. Bam. Oh, and by the way, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, gets a 4.7 out of 5 on the Going Full Nerd scale. There you go. Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you. You're talking about Millerverse. I love the idea of a Millerverse. Okay? I remember a while ago we talked about, or we announced, or we kind of looked it up where they were talking about doing that on Netflix, if I thought. But, you know, Mark Millar, that's the guy that gave us, you know, some real good stuff. Kick-Ass, you know, gave us Wanted. You know, those things I would love. I would love a Millarverse as far as live action. That would be awesome. But anyway, I'm out, guys. And if you are sitting here at the end and this is Monday, Tuesday, and you're watching this video, other than hitting a thumbs up, there's a subscribe now right above me. And there's some cool videos over to this side. It's over here, you know, that you may like from my channel. Suggested. And that's it. I'm gone.